We set up quite a lot of partnerships with other support agencies around North Hertfordshire, such as the Living Room. We do Cheapest Chips, the local AA, the Women's Refuge, the local Sanctuary for the Homeless, Relate, and lots of other different support agencies. Well, for the callers, you know, if we're on a call and we can hear that actually by referring them or giving them the contact details to one of these agencies that we work closely with, then we will do that whilst we're on a call.
Network Rail asked us to help them with their problem, which is that suicides on the railway, which was increasing. There are more and more people that are using the railway as a means of suicide. It's a very violent way of taking your own life, and it affects lots of other people.
It affects people in a lot of different ways. People can be just shocked, people can be traumatised by it. We had a incident and 4 staff witnessed it, which the Samaritans came down and done their bit.
It affects members of the public, passengers on the train. So we're there really to try to help those people, as well as those that are thinking about taking their own life on the railway.
The staff have got the opportunity to call us if they want to, when there might be somebody on the station that is looking vulnerable. But quite often we're called in after an incident, which luckily isn't very often.
Get it going, get the partnership going. It's a good partnership.
We have a programme called Feet on the Street, which is a similar sort of thing. We go out on a Saturday evening, outside nightclubs and pubs and that sort of thing, and talk to people. It's amazing what some people talk about at that time. One always thinks that people are really happy, having a good time, but you're inclined to sort of meet the ones that either are and have had quite a lot to drink, or they're pretty bad, and perhaps they just take you to one side and have a word with you. So it's quite amazing in the sort of the places that people will talk to you.
North Herts support the prison team. We support Little Hay Prison. They have something that's called a listeners scheme.
Well, the reason we go in as Samaritans is to select and train prisoners to be listeners, which is sort of like a Samaritan but in the prison. So we would go in, let the prisoners know what is involved in being a listener, and then we'll train them. And then once they're trained, they then go on a rota, and if a prisoner needs a listener, then they'll ask an officer and the listener will go along and listen. So that's the role of the listener. They are prisoners who are called listeners within the prison establishment.
Samaritans generally go, particularly from this branch, every week to the prison, because as Bev said, the listeners themselves need to offload, and they can offload to each other. But the reason we go weekly is to give them all an opportunity to get together, to talk in confidence in that room about the calls they've had during the week.
Oh, cheap as chips.
Cheap as chips.
Because it is, it's as cheap as chips.
From Samaritans' point of view, it's a place where we come, we make ourselves known, and if anybody wants to talk to us, then fine. If they've got any troubles or worries or whatever, they can just talk to us.
There's a lot of lonely people that come here, and it's nice to talk to them. We get people that care in the community, we get transgender people, we get all sorts of people, and it's a place where they can come and nobody's criticising them, nobody's judging them. It's just open to all, and it's very rewarding. Yeah, it's good.
And from another point of view, this is probably something that people look forward to coming to because of company. You know, if they live on their own, if they're lonely, they can come here and meet people and feel comfortable with them.
For some people that are living on their own, it's a lifesaver.
Exactly.
It really is.
Exactly. It is.
Yeah.
It is.